All right. Welcome in, everyone, to A Programmer Plays The Girl from Arkanya. Arcania? Arkanya? I don't know. This is a blind playthrough ish. I say ish because I have been following the developers of this game, Arkanya Games, on Twitter, Blue Sky, etc. For quite a while. So I've seen a lot of clips from this game as it's been developed over the past few years, and yeah, it'll be fun to get into this. So obviously, this is a indie pixel art game. Um, it's got capybaras in it, which should make me a happy bearus. So let's get right on in. Sure. Um, it's an adventure, yeah. This is a Zelda-like. Ages ago, in a time all but forgotten, chaos reigned in the realm of Amazonia. Demons roamed the land, spreading wickedness and suffering. The one that men feared most was the great serpent, mightiest and cruelest of all. Serpent in the dragon sense. Quetzalcoatl was his name, and there existed no law but his. People prayed for a brave hero to save them, but none could find the strength to be such a hero. And so, they lived in fear. One morning, in a humble fishing village, a shadow appeared upon the sunrise. From rays of light emerged a young woman, and into the village she went. Much was unusual about her, but many were startled by her eyes. In a land that knew only despair, her eyes shone bright with hope. Mara was her name, and she came seeking warriors who would stand against the demons. But the people called her mad. Their fear was too great. Yet there she found 7 girls, each with an ember of courage in their hearts. That night, Mara vanished with them, once they realized the villagers wept quietly in the dark. For cries of anger would only draw demons near. When dawn broke, however, another shadow appeared on the sunrise. Mara and her companions returned, drenched in blood, with the head of a hellish beast in tow. In that moment, mankind discovered that demons could be killed. And so, by Mara's command, countless victories were won against the forces of hell. She and her priestesses became a symbol of hope. Years passed, and the tribes of men flourished. Their success drew the eyes of Quetzalcoatl, however, and he laid siege to their land from the sky. Mara ordered 7 shrines be built, one for the prayers of each priestess. By their prayers, she would have the strength to fight Quetzalcoatl, but if their faith wavered, she would surely die. Yet so strong was their conviction, so fervent their prayer, that from the heavens came a raging storm. In such a tempest, the demon could not take flight. Led by Mara, warriors of Amazonia attacked the beast. The battle was long, and many died. But in the end, Mara leapt atop Quetzalcoatl and drove a holy lance through his eye. With the demon weakened, the priestesses erected 7 mystical seals across the realm, banishing Quetzalcoatl back to hell. Exhausted from battle, Mara fell where she stood. Her disciples ran to her, but she told them not to fear. Her task was complete, and soon she would return home. The priestesses took Mara from that place, and she was never seen again. Where she went and what she told them are closely guarded secrets of the priestesses of Marajo. But their sacred duty to ensure demons never returned to Amazonia was passed through the ages. Now, history is changing once again. The tale of a brave girl and a city at the edge of the world. Cute. Got some ducks. The girl from Arkanya. Hey, title. Do I need to do anything? This has all been advancing on its own pace so far. I'm kind of assuming we're going to get to a wake-up moment. Yeah, classic Zelda. All right, and we're in it. My controller go to sleep? Does this game have controller? Yeah, it does. I just had focus wrong. All right, so we see our own face here, which I feel like is probably a tell. All right, never mind. It probably just means that I own that. Marissa's house. Ah, Mara, Marissa, gotcha. But yeah, this game's a Zelda-like. That was a very Zelda-y opening. Oh, but this is fairly Stardew Valley-y. Alright. I really appreciate when games do this. When they have the speaker's name as a little separate tab and maybe a little profile picture, because looking at the sprite art up here and looking at this face down here, I have two fairly different reads of what I'm interacting with. And that's like one of the gotchas of pixel art, right? Like, you get small enough and the markers that we look for to tell male, female, etc., they're just too small to tell. This sprite art for the face, the portrait art there, that gives us a very different impression than this art up here. Anyways, oya Marissa, since you slept the whole day away, yeah? Headed out for the night? Yeah, Papa. I'm meeting up with Ari in the woods. She's gonna show me some new places to look for treasure. Ah, that's the best sort of friend to have, yeah? But before you run off, I have an errand for you. Keg's bone dry. It'd be a great help if you went down to the beer house and brought a new one back. All right, so I wasn't sure if the ya there was gonna be like a German thing or like maybe a South American thing. It's kind of hard to tell. Yeah. But beer house there, like, all right, I'm taking that very strongly German. This is very cute. Older game or just pixelated? Just pixelated. This is 2025, I want to say. It's quite recent, all things considered. But Papa, Ari is waiting for me. Can't you go? It won't take you but a moment. Besides, I have a surprise for you when you get back. Really? What is it? Look at this. Wouldn't be a surprise if I told you now, would it? Get going already. Now you're the one keeping your friends waiting. And take a lantern with you. It's already getting dark outside. Marissa got the lantern. Oh, and here's money for the keg. Marissa got bag of coins. Off with you now, and make sure to hurry back. Objectives will be marked on your map menu. The map menu can be found inside your bag. That's interesting. Okay. Neat. We've all seen that look when you tell a child there's a surprise. That's true. Facts. Alright, so can I zoom? It doesn't look like it. You can, using right trigger and left trigger, switch between tabs, which I love. Apparently there's sorting of treasure, which I'm for. We've got various equipment, which we're equipping to X and Y. Cool. I'm assuming that the level damage and bonus just doesn't really apply to Lantern. And then we've got various things. Hold on. There's multiplayer in this game? I didn't even know that. That's cool. I'm so curious as to how it works. Do we just have multiple Maras running around? Ah, also, this is maybe a little bit subtle for YouTube and Twitch compression, but we do actually have a glow around us now that we've got the lantern equipped. Look down in the corner and see the circle intersecting. Fun. It's an adventure, yeah? Alright, I don't know how I feel about us being just, like, lanterned all the time. Can I... Yeah. We'll pull it back out when it's time to light things aflame. As soon as those workers leave for the day, we're going to get back to jumping off the gap of the wall. It's so much fun. We're the coolest kids in town. You want to join our gang? They're doing this right beside a freaking grave. Careful, the wall isn't finished yet. Whee! Alright, cool. Arkanya is really growing rapidly. I remember when your house wasn't even inside the city walls. Right. So we know that we've got some stuff over that away. Presumably there's just like multiple little districts here. You tailor. Various people. Oh. This is a lot of NPCs. For the sake of my voice, I'm not gonna read aloud dialogue that I don't think is... Oh, that's interesting. Dialogue that I don't think is, like, story relevant. Because otherwise I will probably lose my voice. Goodness, Marissa, that outfit is practically scandalous. Trying to catch the eye of a young man, perhaps. Interesting. Oh, look at this guy. Raving prophet. Hear me, sinners, and heed my words while you still can. A day of reckoning is soon upon us. A what? The construction of an infernal bridge nears its end. Soon the armies of hell shall march upon the earth. That sounds bad. 7 lights shine from the heavens. Yet one by one, each shall extinguish on the border of the worlds. They await the signal. What's that, mate? Who's waiting? The hour is nigh when a dark legion will ride across Amazonia, consuming all in their wake. Yet beware those who would offer you succor from this threat, for they are more insidious foe still. A black tower will rise, and many will be drawn inside with honeyed words. Yet you need not be deceived. Repent, repent, and harden your resolve for the apocalypse to come. Where did you learn all this, Brew? It was revealed to me in a dream. Oh, right then. Cat. Soft and fluffy. This kind of gives the vibe of Minish Cap a bit. Ooh, okay. There's cheese. There's beer. Is this the keg that we need? Alright. No is the answer. Button. Just straight in there, Kickstarter backers kind of thing. Alright. Are you gonna be the beer house? Museum? That's not a beer house. Port? That's not a beer house either. I'm confident. Well, let's take a look in the museum. Maybe this is a museum that's got a bar in it. Adelard's estate. Ah, Marissa, before you go, your grandfather would like to have a word with you. He's presently in his study on the 3rd floor. I was asked not to reveal any further details. It seems he wished to tell you everything himself. Okay. Seeing a lot of empty things, which presumably means that there's a bunch of collectibles we can find in this game, which is cool. I'm on board. Marissa, I'm so glad you arrived. Oh yeah, Grandpa. Papa said you wanted to see me, yeah? Indeed I did. I have a business proposal for you. For me, not for Papa? Barrett has been telling me of your achievements as a treasure hunter, Marissa. You're quite the impressive young lady. I believe it's time you had a chance to shine on your own rather than living in Barrett's shadow. He agreed wholeheartedly. Yeah, I'm totally ready, bro. What do you need me to do? Right to the point, then. Normally I like to discuss business over wine, but so be it. You've likely noticed that I've had much of an estate renovated in recent days. Yeah, all the entity pedestals are kind of weird. Well, I'd prefer that they weren't empty, and that's where you come in. Marissa, I've accumulated a vast fortune in my many years as a trader, yet in my old age I've grown rather bored of my wealth, if you can imagine it. Gold no longer brings me joy. I seek to fulfill my remaining days with a much greater form of wealth, the culture and history of Arkanya. How are you going to do that, Grandpapa? A museum, my dear granddaughter. Arkanya needs a museum. Decide that I shall fund the creation of this museum, and we're going to build it right here, within this very estate. That sounds fun. Your role in this, young treasure hunter, shall be to obtain relics with strong historical or cultural significance. Collect objects that tell the story of Arkanya, and I shall display them here for all to see. Do this for me, and you shall be handsomely rewarded. Wow, what kind of reward? Right, so for each object we display in the museum, you shall be rewarded a finder's fee based on its value. But that's not all. I will allow young Frederick to explain the rest. You will find him on the bottom floor. Good hunting, Marissa. I have the utmost faith in you. I won't let you down, Grandpapa. Is this a Korok? Is that what I'm looking at? It looks like a Korok that's laid over sideways. Alternatively, it might be a map. Pixel art can be tricky. Yahaha! Lady Marissa, have you spoken with Herr Adelard? Yeah, Brew. He said to come to see you. Excellent. Sure, the master explained his plan for the museum to you already. Well, here's the part he didn't explain. The object next to me is the donation box. Herr Adelard has made it clear that we are not to be charging anyone to visit the museum. They may, however, choose to make a donation if they wish. Herr Adelard is funding the museum entirely with his own fortune and has informed me that all donations shall go to you. Whoa, really? Indeed. However, I shouldn't be surprised if anyone donates funds to an empty museum. Check back once the museum has some exhibits, and perhaps there'll be money inside the donation box. Gotcha, mate. I vote map. There. Map feels more likely, but it is an indie game, so it's kind of completely variable how it's actually going to work out. Right, are you? The Rothhofs. Ah! Actually been to at least a Rothhofs. Real life. We're here to petition the Burgermeister. I'm afraid there's a long line of you. Seems almost everyone in the city has some grievance against poor Patrick today. Burgermeister Patrick. Wow, yeah, that... Look at this very German with the hat and everything. Please, one at a time. I can't hear a word any of you are saying. Fine mess we're in. Half the realms work themselves into a panic. Alright. Alright, we got a library. Which has also got a quest for me, maybe. Edmont the Scribe. Welcome, miss. What brings you to the library today? A library, Any books about treasure hunting? My apologies, I don't believe so. Not much of a library, then. Did you by chance be a treasure hunter? Yeah, Brew. I'm Marissa, the world's greatest treasure hunter. Splendid. Would you perhaps be interested in doing a job for me, Marissa? What kind of job? Nothing too complicated, though I will pay you handsomely for it. See, I've been authorized by the Burgermeister to collect all literary works in Arkanya for copying and safekeeping. Alas, few have felt compelled to deliver their books to me. Perhaps they've never heard the decree. So you want me to steal people's books for you? Heavens, no. Well, after a fashion, yes. but you need not fret over it. I'll have the books copied and the originals returned to their owners before they're ever missed. You're going to pay me for it? Most certainly. Come back and inform me whenever you add a new book to the collection. Your reward will be waiting for you here. Okay. So we're plagiarizing. I came in earlier and I think I over-adjusted. Alright, so we picked up a couple quests, but it looks like maybe I was wrong to go here. Maybe I needed to go this away? Oh yeah, there's a Stein there. Ah, zoom in. Where's Wilkeman? Oya, bro. Ha, Oya indeed. What can I get for you? I need beer. Naturally, you're in the beer house after all. But how much? Little beer? Big beer? This much. Marissa placed a bag of coins on the counter. Ah, very big beer. That'll take a minute. Wait here, yeah? Yeah, I need to get to the woods already. Renzo de Rocco. The woods at this time of night? Why ever would you go there? I'm meeting my friend Ari. We're going treasure hunting. Treasure hunting? Oh, yes. You do have the look of an adventurous woman about you, yes. Pleasure to meet you. I am Renzo de Rocco, the greatest merchant to ever come out of the kingdom of Sicily. Oya, bro. I'm Marissa, the world's greatest treasure hunter. I will be, anyway. Yes. I see the potential of a truly great treasure hunter within you. Perhaps we might do business. I myself came to this land seeking gemstones and curios to peddle, but so far this endeavor has gone poorly. Turns out that the jungle is quite dangerous. Dangerous indeed. No place for one such as I. But you, if you find anything of value during your travels, come and find me in the marketplace just across the street. I'll pay you quite generously, I assure you. Yeah, bro, sounds like a deal. Sorry to interrupt, but your beer is ready, Marissa. Marissa got beer keg. Thanks, mate. I suppose this is where we part ways, no? I look forward to seeing you again, Marissa the treasure hunter. Ciao! I wasn't expecting Sicily to be directly referenced. Hold. No, we gotta go back. A new exclamation point appeared. So they actually did change the time of day. Imperial Stein. I bet Grandpa would like this for his museum. But we just took it, huh? I get the feeling we're gonna be pretty sticky with our fingers. Alright, so now... Yeah. I'm guessing that the game needed us to be in daytime for the previous bit, just to like keep people from feeling like the world is like too small or anything. This is fun. Did you get through this gate? My apologies, I assure you how my cart moved in no time. Now where was it? As I was saying. Classic. This is going to be a messer, much like your father's, in fact. Whoa, you can make these? That's amazing. Yes. Again, thank you. Oh, got a crush on us. Welcome back. I'm in trouble? No way, bro. Marissa gave Barrett the keg of beer. Good girl. Here, take some for you and your friend tonight. 4 flagons of beer. Alright. Thanks, Papa. So, what was that surprise you were getting ready? Right, I suppose I've made you wait long enough. Take a look at this. Your sword. No, not mine. Not anymore, anyway. Here, take it. Marissa got the Kriegmesser. I've had this sword since I was your age, and it was the only thing I had left to my name when I came to Arkanya. It needs a lot of work, but it's finally ready for you. That's beautiful. Glad you like it, and I hope you appreciate what I gave up for this. I'm sure your mother is standing at the gates of heaven right now, telling them not to let me in. This isn't the life she wanted for you, but I know your mind is set, and there's nothing I can do to change it. Besides, it's not like I have any other trade I can pass on to you. Thanks, Papa. I'll take good care of it. It's a bit heavier than what you trained with, but I'm sure you'll get used to it. before you leave with it, I want you to promise me you'll only use it to protect yourself and others. Try to walk a better path than I did as a young man. No murdering, no thieving, or any other sort of general villainy. Did our Jed just tell us that he's murdered people? I promise, Papa, I don't want to hurt no one, yeah? I know you don't, you're a good girl. The ugly truth is there's some rotten scoundrels out there just waiting to take advantage of you. Be sure to let them know you've got bigger sword, yeah? Mm-hmm. Now hurry on out to the woods and find your friend. Make sure she gets some of that beer. And one last thing, go see your grandfather when you get a chance. He had a job for you, I hear. Alright, we've done that. Metzer, an essential tool for treasure hunting. Use it to defeat your enemies. Special attack, B. Marissa can spend energy to perform a special attack. This attack does greater damage. Combo points. With each successful hit with a normal attack creates 1 combo point. When Marissa has 3 combo points, her next special attack costs no energy. Oh. So there's the obvious combo 1, 2, 3 special. 1, 2, 3 special. Cool. I'm for it. Is the sword auto equipped? Ooh. Oh yeah, Marissa. Hey, you're like a really great swordsmith, right? Well, I mostly make bardishes? I don't actually know what bardishes are. I assume the kind of halberd-looking thing? But yeah, I know my way around a sword. What do you think about my messer? It's a little old and beat up, don't you think? Marissa shows Henry the messer. Yeah, it's seen better days. Are you trying to tell me you'd like me to work on it? Yeah. Well, yeah, I can fix it up for you. Not on my own coin, though. You'll have to bring me the materials. Deal. What you need, brew? Start off with 10 iron ore and go from there. You get iron ore from breaking iron veins, or you can purchase it at the market. Got it, mate. I'll be right back. Ooh, alright. Hola, amiga. Suspicious merchant. You look like an adventurous sort of girl, no? Yeah, brew. I'm a treasure hunter. Lucky me. Could I interest you in a trade deal, then? Just something that I need that's found in caves from this region. I'm looking for guano, otherwise known as bat dung. None of the Arkanyan merchants sell it. Why the heck would anyone want that? That's a trade secret, I'm afraid. Don't worry yourself about it. If you bring me guano, I'll trade you scraps of iron from my ship's ballast. You could easily sell the iron for a profit, or perhaps make something out of it. I'll be in this area for a while. Come see me if you have any guano to trade. Poop merchant. Train truck. Did we just get yard cheese? Yeah, yard cheese. Alright. Cool. And we got a coal. Getting all sorts of goodies. Alright, some sort of secret there. Alright, so the question now is, does the charge stay? It looks like it does. It doesn't look like there's a cooldown on that, which is great news for me. Ooh. A squid? Does the charge stay across screens? It does. Very good. I misjudged the distance entirely. We are taking kind of a lot of damage. Getting a lot of cheese drops though, so that's good. questions. Alright, cool. Okay, so we've got fire-breathing alligators. Can we swim? No. Wow, that is a much harder no than I was expecting. I was expecting to just get, like, scooted back to the... Oh, interesting. Pora Landara. The Poor Lands? Is that what that means? I was expecting to just, you know, get scooted back to the edge of the water, but that's not how that went down. Getting all sorts of cool stuff. Oh, we can climb. Good to know. Look, look, we have visitors. What do you think? Should I let them in? Nope. Goodbye. Rats. I suspect that there's a quest to kill a certain number of rats that we haven't received yet. Surprised that those guys are as tough as they are. Okay. We need to come from the other side. Picking up all sorts of treasures. Look at all these treasures. Okay. I wasn't sure if XY was going to be referencing the Xbox style of XY, or if it was going to be the Nintendo style, since this is, you know, it's very Zelda-like. That lends to the Nintendo style, so that's why I moved my cursor down, because I didn't want to drop something that actually anything else. Cave mushroom, green. I assume that that makes it indicates more valuable. Do we think 4's the max? Because I feel like I've picked up more than 4. Oh, alright. If we go... Yeah, so 4 seems to be the max. But, okay, so it does seem like 4 is the max, but the game is doing us a favor and just essentially auto-eating because we healed. So I'm super down for that. Coconuts. I guess I should, like, look at the map and see, like, where does it want me to be going. So something that's immediately interestingly divergent, I would say, from normal Zelda games is it looks like this game is willing to just like sort of turn the player loose in a way that I don't think the Zelda franchise usually would be. Like, we've really like just wandered off. Okay. Guy's got surprisingly much health. Miner's tools? I bet Grandpa would like this for his museum. Huh, that's fun that the projectile that the enemy launched was enough to break an item in the world. Ooh, treasure chest? Marissa got a key. It probably goes to a door nearby. What? I can't break any of these? Ding dang. This looks so mineable. This is such a classic. All right. So Zelda uses this like top-down perspective, right? And it's not an orthographic projection. By which we mean like if you shot a beam of light, beam would spread out, right? What that means from our perspective, like the camera has a little bit of flair to it. There's some perspective, and you don't get this like straight down projection thing you could have. Practically speaking, the way that the Zelda series indicates this is the walls. The walls slant down towards the ground. But that creates a lot of problems when you're trying to slant things in corners, right? In the lower part of the screen. You get this weird effect where it feels like the bottom actually gets bigger than the top. And it creates so much headache when you're trying to do the pixel art for stuff like this, where you've got situations where like it's going down, but in order for the pixels to line up, you actually have to flare out. And then you have problems like this where you want the staircase to look like it's getting bigger as you're going up, but the like space at the top needs to effectively be the same as the space at the bottom. So the way that we like fake this is that we make the staircase have like guardrails that do a lot of the suggesting of the art for us. It's really a very like it's very easy to get this style of art wrong and make pixel art that just looks bad. Part of why like Minish Cap is so impressive. Minish Cap does a really good job with the perspective stuff. Alright, another strange rock. I'm betting that's going to be our fast travel system later. Alright, and then this is a quick way back. Heard. Ah, so our friend that we saw is the one that we saw earlier. Oya, Ari. Marissa. Whoa, what's that? It's a Kriegsmesser. Kriegsmesser. Kriegsmesser? Kriegsmesser? I'm not German. Just got it from my dad. Look. Whoa, it's so shiny. Is it hard to use? No way, mate. There's nothing to it. Gave some Juruparis and Pokuparis a good thrashing on the way over here. You're so brave. The Juruparis is really scary. Always run away. Don't worry, Artie. I'll protect you. All you gotta do is show me where the treasure is hiding, yeah? Right. Oh, I want to show you something. Alright, so I feel like... Show me where the treasure's hiding, and they shake their hips. You're just like... What are we trying to say here, game developers? The dance that I do, a really special dance, alright? Do all kinds of dances, Ari. What's so special about this one? This one is a shaman dance that's been passed down to every lunar shaman, all the way back to Mara. Get my mic a little less in the way, but also, like, I want to be close to mouths. This dance helps you see things you can't normally see. Like treasure? Uh-huh. That doesn't work for just anyone. The spirits might hear you. They won't always respond. But I think I can act as a connection with the spirits for you. My mother did it for me when I first became a shaman. Alright then, I guess it's worth a shot, huh? You'll do great. Just watch what I do. Alright, hold right trigger to dance with Ari. Dun dun dun. I didn't do too bad, huh? Marissa, I feel someone watching us. What? During our dance? Where are they? I'll handle it. Well, now I suppose I should have known I couldn't hide from you, Ari. But it doesn't matter all that much, because in the end you couldn't hide from me either. Marissa, we should leave. I'm afraid not. I tire of your pointless games, Ari. I don't understand. Who are you? I thought it was going to be the guano merchant. Zolato? Don't recognize this name. You are not aware. Here I thought you were deliberately evading me this whole time. How amusing. I'm Zolato, High Priestess. High Priest of Aztlan. Aztlan? The Great Lion? And you, Princess Ari of Maraho, you are going to help me bring salvation to my people. What? How would I do that? Don't worry, it's quite simple. We've broken 6 of the seals of Mara today. Yours is the last. That's impossible. You're lying. My sisters would never let that happen. I had expected that as well, but my new allies knew a surprising amount about how the seals work. How very foolish that your people allow former priestesses to continue living, knowing the sort of power they possess. It's a horrible thing to say. I suppose your kind has always been uncomfortable with such things, but tonight it has cost you dearly. I told the other priestesses that they would not aid me. I would find ones who would. But would it not be regrettable if I were forced to lead an army into Maraho to find them? The priestesses agreed. Well, all but one, though we found her seal rather weak to begin with. That just leaves you. I won't help you. The seals stop demons from coming into our land. What they stop is the return of the gods. Maraho commits a crime against the natural order. We have tolerated it for long enough. Your people knew all too well the threat posed by these Castilian devils from across the sea. With the seals broken, I shall resurrect the great sky serpent Quetzalcoatl and unleash divine retribution upon them. My people are dying. Our empire lies in ruin. The mad princess and her conquistadors siege the heart of Aztlan, and I would do anything to stop her. No, I'm sorry, but you can't do this. This won't solve anything. I'm a priestess of Mara, and I will never abandon my duty to protect her barrier. She says she's not going, so leave us alone. Marissa? I'm not letting you take Ari, so go away. My patience is wearing thin. Stand aside. I'm not afraid of you. Stand aside. Marissa! How easily she broke. You have forced my hand, Princess Ari. This needn't have turned to violence. Marissa, this can't be real. You monster! Enough. Take her. Understood. That Arkanyan was a tenacious little thing, wasn't she? What a shame. Quickly, we must be going. There's still much work to be done. Are you still with us? Hello? Ugh. Ugh. Come on, don't give up on me. I could really use your help right now, but that sort of depends on you surviving. Apiura Yum Cox. Oh good, you're still alive. I take it you're Marissa? Oh yeah, bro, I'm Marissa, the world's greatest... Hey, wait a second, how come you know my name, huh? And why can you talk? To answer your first question, Ari talks about you constantly. It's almost all she ever talks about, in fact. She's caused me quite a bit of grief by sneaking off. But last night it almost worked out in our favor. Almost. So who are you then? Of course, where are my manners? I am Ka'apiura Yum Ka'ax, one of the guardian spirits of Amazonia and servant of the Aratana. Huh, that's a crazy name for a marmot, yeah? No one's ever going to remember all that. I'll call you Copy Brew. Copy Brew? Did you just call me a marmot? Absolutely not. I have sacrificed more than you can imagine to protect this land, and I've asked very little in return, but I insist that you address me by my bestowed title. Mate, I'm never going to remember all that. It's going to have to be Copy Brew. Fine, you know what? Doesn't matter. There are far more important matters at hand. Ugh, I can't believe I let that big guy just get me like that. I've never been hit that hard before. Wait. They got Ari. Calm down. Try to stay calm. Yes, they do seem to have Ari. However, I do not believe they intend to harm her, at least not yet. Where are they taking her? They didn't really let me in on the plan, I'm afraid. What about that guy, Zalatl? He said something about the seals of Mara. Oh, so it is him. I'd assumed as much, but this confirms it. I've never really imagined the Munuade would betray us, but if anyone could orchestrate such a thing, it'd be him. Weird lizard guys with the white armor? The very same. It seems they've broken our alliance and joined forces with Zalatl. Can only speculate as to why. But if Zalatl intends to disperse Mara's barrier, he'll need to take Ari to one of the Marahoaran temples. Well, then let's go, mate. We gotta get Ari back. Now hold on a moment. We can't just walk in and take her. Take me to Arkanya and introduce me to your king? I will plead for assistance on behalf of Maraho. Who knows how long that'll take? We have to go find Ari right away. I can do this. You're lucky you're even alive right now, Marissa. You're just gonna run in there and get killed. I'm going. You're insane, but you really think you can do it, don't you? Strange, you sort of remind me of someone I knew a long time ago. Well, Marissa, against my better judgment, let's go see what you can do. I'm sure I can find someone else to take me to Arkanya after you've died in that temple. No way, mate. I'm gonna find Ari in no time and show everyone that I'm the world's greatest treasure hunter, yeah? I want to give you the best fighting chance I can, so before we head out, let me show you some of what I can do. You'll see I'm far from an ordinary capybara. Okay. Swap controls. Left trigger, up. Switch between controlling Marissa and Copy. Command stay, left trigger and left. Use while your ally is following to tell them to stay put. Command follow, left trigger left. Use again while your ally is staying still to tell them to follow. Left trigger and right instantly brings you back to your ally. Okay, so... Oh, that's gonna have some interesting... That's gonna have some interesting consequences, isn't it? I'm sure that we'll use that for some puzzles later. Did we change size? Something wrong? Not really, just, do you know what this big rock is for? The symbols look like the tattoo Ari has. You're quite observant, Marissa. Hehe, this is a moonstone and they're considered sacred by the priestesses of Maraho. Yeah, so it's a fancy rock? Of course not. Moonstones were once used by priestesses during times of war and unrest to move quickly and silently across the land. Really? More recently, they are also used by priestesses to sneak away from me. Lunar shamans have a ritual dance which activates the moonstone. For you and I, however, yes, it's just a rock. Hey, I think I might know that dance. What? Yeah, Ari taught me last night. Excuse me? I cannot believe her. She just go around teaching outlanders the sacred rituals of Mara. When I find her... Well, despite that, you still cannot activate it. You lack the spiritual power to do so. What if Ari helped me somehow? What? And how would she do that? Let me try something, Rue. Copy, look, it's glowing now. I'm both impressed and offended. This does present an interesting opportunity, however. If you can use moonstones, we'll be able to cross vast distances in mere moments. The catch, though, is that we'll need to activate the other moonstones before we can travel to them. Still, if you can do that, then maybe. Come on, Copy. We've still got to catch up with the Zalotl. Right, I suppose we've lingered here long enough. Marissa unlocked a moonstone. Use Ari's lunar dance near it to travel to other moonstones. I guess just like the camera changed slightly, and that's what made me feel like we changed size. I want just the tiniest bit more range on my sword. Alright, so we need to go south to upgrade our sword. Maybe. Do we actually have the materials for that? Got 6 guano. Wow, super zoomed out. Nothing. Alright, fair enough. So that was a bust, which is fine. Alright. Temple, cool. Stone, excellent. Oh, great. Bad news, Marissa. I don't think we're getting in this way. The door's sealed. What? Well, how does Zalotl get in? I was hoping he and his people had destroyed the door, honestly. Clearly someone let them in. Only priestesses can open them from the outside. One of them has to stand atop this symbol and... Wait a minute. Ari's dance. Precisely, though I can't imagine a response to just anyone. This almost certainly requires an actual priestess. Still worth a shot, yeah? Come on, Copy, let's dance. Do I look like I can dance to you? You're on your own here. Yeah, fine. La la la. How was that, mate? Wow, that's a terrifying lack of security. Once this crisis is over, I'm going to have a word with the Arkanya about what I just witnessed. That's not our main source of concern right now. Marissa, I hope you're prepared. Things might get ugly in there. Yeah? I doubt Zalotl wants any visitors right now, so yes. Not to mention these temples have a great number of built-in defenses, which we may have to contend with. No, you're in a hurry, but I recommend you stock up on supplies before heading in. You Arkanyans need beer to survive, correct? Wouldn't go that far, mate, but yeah, kinda. Well, perhaps you should bring some with you, just in case. Dungeons! You are about to enter a dungeon. Challenging trials lay ahead, so you should come prepared. Here are some things you should know before you step inside. Progress. Dungeons are dangerous. You may find yourself injured and unable to go on. Your progress in the dungeon will be saved if you leave and return later. However, if your health falls to 0, Copy will have to remove you from the dungeon, and the monsters will return while you're away. Beer. It's what Arkanyans crave. Like all great treasure hunters, Marissa can drink beer to regain health. Make sure you have plenty of beer before you head in. Return to Sigmund in Arkanya if you need more. Treasure! Dungeons are full of treasure, so make sure you have enough space in your bag. Before starting a dungeon, it's wise to sell your wares to Rinzo so that you won't have to leave any of the riches inside. Limited inventory. Got it. Do your best. Remember, a great treasure hunter knows when to push forward and when to take their earnings and leave, so you don't have to do this all in one go. Finally, work together with Copy. You'll need each other if you want to succeed. Okay, so that's a pretty strong indicator that we should okay, so we can fast travel to this one. Interesting. I kind of thought we'd have to hoof it further. Brought me guano for trade? Yes. Alright, so we're gonna do this 6 times, I guess. Really wish I could switch these around. Alright. We've gotten some. So what do we want to bet? That bags here is going to let us have more inventory space. Large cheese pouch, large beer pouch. Oh. More space for health items. That's interesting. That's fun. I like that. It just straight up said Germans there. Slightly surprised. Alright, so how are we doing on iron? Ah, nice. The iron actually has an exclamation point on it. Which probably means that that's just the game being nice and telling us, like, hey, you don't actually want to do the thing here. Alright, so I talked to Frederick about the thing that I found. There we go. Alright, so they're just already here. Cool. So who do I sell all this other crap to? What up, Fallen? How's it going? exclamation point on this book. The importance of silk. This is a lot of words that I am unwilling to read right now. Neat, though. $200G, alright. So let's put that 200G maybe towards increasing our cheese capacity. Who do I talk to about selling? Maybe I actually just do it here. Sells for question marks. Ah, here he is. I straight up forgot about him. Let's sell all. Hell yeah. But now we've got a bunch of money, really. Let's take a look in here just to know what we're dealing with. What do you do? Hey, Sneezy. Hey, Choo. Gesundheit. Thank you, but my name is Sebastian, you know. You don't always have to call me Sneezy. Sorry, Sneezy, or Sebastian. It's just that you're sneezing every time I come here, yeah? Yeah, my nose is very sensitive, I'm afraid. So what the heck decided to make you work at an apothecary, mate? Don't you work at smelly herbs all day? What's my family's business? What else could I do? Could be a treasure hunter. Really? Do you think I'd be good at it? You can't be better than me. And stay on your own turf. Wait, this was your idea. Why are you yelling at me? What I meant to say is there's lots of jobs out there where you don't have to smell flowers all day. I don't know. My family's really counting on me. Anyway, what were you looking for? Nothing, just stopping in to see my favorite herbalist. See you later, Sneezy. Alright, so that's the same dialogue again. Interesting. Probably be relevant later. That's locked. Bags. Alright, so 2 additional cheeses. 2 additional pints of beer. And we have $120 left. Alright. To round out this episode, I do want to... Ooh, what do we think Taylor has? Nothing at the moment. Really interesting that we've got these shops that we can't interact with mechanically, at least not yet. Let's see if we can't find a cave, get a couple more guanos, and then we'll start the temple next episode. Kind of what I'm thinking. Okay. Interesting. Hold on, what was that? Amethyst, alright. Out. Whoa! Alright, that went downhill swiftly. I can't believe that we died in the first episode. Oh my gosh. All right, lesson learned. We can't take the enemies unseriously. We did keep our stuff though, which is kind of funny. I was kind of just assuming that I'd kill him fast enough that I would be picking up health. Alright, so Dad's out and about. Is there... book, alright. Bombaya. I mean, this is someone else's house. This is not my treasure chest. Yeah, but we did just find a cheese. I'll accept crate cheese. Alright. We'll just warp up here. We'll stick our heads in the dungeon because I feel like there's a decent chance that we're going to run into, like, bats and stuff in the dungeon. So, yeah, this is where I'm going to end this first episode of A Programmer Plays The Girl from Arkanya. YouTube, hope you guys have enjoyed. I've had a great time, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!